Welcome back to Operation 8th Air Force for Turn 18 for Germany. It's now January of 1945. The war's technically over because we had the variable dice roll at the end of last turn and we were able to secure an Axis victory because a 2 was rolled, we needed a 1, 2 or 3, so we got that. But what we are going to do is play through to the end of round 20 just for a bit of fun and a few what ifs, just to sort of see what would happen with some of these larger forces that have been building up in Europe. So without further ado, I'll get to our tech. So we're going to roll for these 4 again. We're going to go for logistics at an 8, airborne at a 7, jets at an 8, bombers at a 9. So we need a green, a black, a red, and a blue. All right, so here we go. Got nothing last turn. Let's see what we get this turn. I'm going to call that an 8. So we got 2. We got a black 10, which is airborne. So airborne goes to stage 1. And we got a green 8, which is logistics, which goes to stage 1. Not overly helpful, but anyway, that's the end of that. All right, purchases. So from memory, we got rated for 1 up here by the Russians again this last turn. So I think Bruce thought we'd got rated for 2, but we only got rated for 1. So we have a total of 35, 40, 45, 48 IPP to spend. So with our 48 IPP, we're going to spend 10 to finish the 2 fortifications. Another 4 infantry here for 12, so that's 22. Then we've got 5 militia here for 10. So that takes us to 32. And then another 8 militia here for 16. So that's 32, 36, 48. And that's everything. So that's our full complement. All right, combat, we have a few. I've just heard back from the Allies regarding our battle in Aquitaine. So for the Battle of Aquitaine, just over here, I've got just a card here at the moment. So at the moment, the Americans and the Brits have got some medium armor, light armor, motorized infantry, tank destroyers, AAA artillery, 2 British infantry, and a Marine. Going in there will be pretty much everything off this card here out of Paris, with the exception of 2 infantry that are leaving behind and the 3 militia which can't participate, and they're going to go into Aquitaine. So going into Aquitaine will be 16 infantry, not the fort, that's still there. Forts can't move. 16 infantry, 2 tank destroyers, 2 AAA, 2 mechanized, an artillery, and 2 medium armor. Aside from that, there will be aircraft joining the battle. So from northern Italy, where's my northern Italy card? Okay, so from northern Italy in here, there will be a total of 8 fighters and 1 tactical, which are going to come from an airbase in northern Italy, 1 into southern France, 2 into Aquitaine, then bounce back, 1, 2. So they've got a movement of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. They've got heaps. So they've got plenty of, so there'll be the 8 fighters and 1 tactical from there. Then the fighter from Bavaria is also going to participate in this battle. And from an airbase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll just land back into Bavaria. From Western Germany, 2 fighters are going to come out from an airbase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to land back into Paris. So 2 fighters, I'm just going to put them in Paris now because they're going to land back there unless they get shot down by the AAA. Does he have AAA? Yeah, he does. He's got AAA. So those 2 fighters from West Germany are going to go to there. Let's make sure I've got Aquitaine all sorted. All right, I think I do. I'm not going to move all these planes off the card just yet because it's a massive pain in the butt just to move them back. So they're just going to be landing back into northern Italy. As described. Okay, so from Bulgaria, the whole Bulgarian army is going to come north to central Romania to take on that 1 brave Russian infantry in there. And the last battle will be 2 fighters from West Germany from an airbase will come 1-2 into Bohemia against this T-34. They're going to land back into West Germany. So that's the last 2 fighters. My old Condor Legion, which I haven't taken the Condor thing off for, but yeah, he's going to be into there. And then 2 infantry off the card here in East Germany will come over to Bohemia. So I've already split those off. So they're coming off this card here. So those 2 infantry into Bohemia. Let's just double check. So there should be those 3 battles. So we've got Romania, Aquitaine, Bohemia, Bohemia, and I think that's it. The rest should be non-combat. All right, so let's get to rolling the easy one first. So we're just going to roll out. So going into Central Romania off the card is a ton of stuff. So there is 31 infantry, 5 cavalry, 5 medium armor, 7 tank destroyers, 2 AAA, a mechanized, and a motorized, going up against that 1 infantry. Now I should have asked. Oh no, he can't scramble from East Poland anyway. All good. There's no airbase. All right, let's roll our 5. We're going into mountains. So let's just roll our 5 medium armor and see if we can get that 1 hit and make this nice and quick. So 5 medium armor at 5. And we get 1 hit just. All right, so in return, he's got his 1 infantry at a 4. And 11 misses. So we take Central Romania back, and that is worth 2. So Russia down to 69, and the Germans up to 38. That's how I've got it. So that's right. It's going to come more on bells. So we take Central Romania back with no casualties. Good. This will be actually quite interesting, these next couple of turns. I'm interested to see how this plays out. All right, so the next battle will be 2 fighters, 2 infantry versus this T-34 in Bohemia. So let's do that. So let's get the 2 fighters done first. So see if we can get that hit. So 2 fighters at 6. Yeah, they get their hit. So the T-34 back at a 5. He gets a 2, so we lose 1 infantry. And really, all we were trying to do is stop the blitz here. So that's job's done there. So we take Bohemia back with 1 infantry. Those 2 fighters will land back on the card in West Germany. West Germany. And so that's worth 1 to us. We got a 39, and the Russians down to 68. And we'll pop another rondel on into. I did it already. Into Bohemia. Okay, that's that battle. All right, the last battle is going to be this one in Aquitaine. So coming into Aquitaine, we have to cross a river. So there's a river penalty there. So let's roll out first strikes first. So we have 1 first strike, and he's got 1 first strike. Yep, so let's do that. So we have 1 first strike at a 2 because we're going to be crossing. Artillery is not affected by rivers, is it? Of course, now I'm not. I don't think artillery is affected by rivers. Attack. All right, I'm pretty sure it's not. All right, so my first strike out of 3 is a 2 anyway, so that gets a hit. His first strike is a 12. So he will lose his artillery, because that's already fired. So we'll lose that British artillery. Now we'll get to, let's roll out the aircraft first. So I have a total of, let me just double check. I have a total of 8, 9, 11 fighters. So these will be S priority hits. And I'm gonna get my little D10s here just to help me track. All right, so let's do the S priority. Actually, there's no S priority because he didn't scramble any planes. What am I talking about? I thought he might. All right, so no S priority, but there is AAA. All right, so let's go with the fighters first. There should be 11 of those at 6. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just check. 3, 4, 6, 8, 10. There should be 11 fighters at 6. See what we get. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy cow. We got 8 hits. Okay. So 8 hits. Then we've got the tactical. So tactical at a 7 target select. He misses. All right, so far we've got 8 hits. Now let's roll out. All right, now let's roll for our 2 medium armor at 5s. So there's 2 more hits, so we go to 10 hits. All right, then we've got artillery's fired. We have 2 tank destroyers. They'll be at 2s because they're crossing the river. With target select. All right, so they get a 3, but that's no good. And a 10 is no good, they miss. And then we've got 2 mechanized. So 2 mechanized at 3. Actually, no, they're going to be at 2 as well because of the river. So they both miss. And then we've got 16 infantry. 1 is boosted. So let's roll the boosted infantry at 2. He misses. And then we've got 15 at 1. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's roll this 10 first. 10 at 1. And 1 hit. That's about right. So we'll add 1 there. So it's 11 hits now. And then we've got another 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 at 1. And they're no good. All right, so that's a total of 11 hits. Let's see what he's got. All right, so his 11 hits. He'll take the anti-aircraft artillery first. So that's 2. He'll take the light armor. That's 3. He'll take the infantry 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically that just leaves him, so let's just count this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's 11 casualties there, which will leave him with 4 medium armor. Okay, so let's do the all-important AAA first. So there'll be 6 of those at 2, and this could really sting me here. So 6 at 2. Oh, and he did. He got me. He got 1. So one of those fighters I'm going to select will be the one that landed in Paris. And that's shot down. And then we've got, he's got his light armor at a 1. So light armor at a 1. That misses. And he's got, what's he got at 3? He's got 2 tank destroyers. They're at target select at 3. So let's roll those. 2 at 3. They both miss. Then he's got infantry class. He's got the 2 motorized, the Marine, the regular infantry, which is US, 2 regular British infantry. So that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll have 6 at 4. So 6 at 4. 1, 2, 4. So 6 at 4. And he gets 2 hits. There's 2 hits there. So we will lose. We will lose 2 infantry. So we'll go from 16 infantry to 14 infantry. And what do we want to do there? Do we want to do anything else? All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to retreat. So we will retreat back to Paris. As tempting as it is to finish off that medium armor. So going back to Paris, so we will leave behind 4 US, 4 US medium armor and Aquitaine. So basically what's happened is, that's what's left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 medium armor and Aquitaine. And I've gone back with a total of 14 infantry, 2 medium armor, 1 artillery, 2 tank destroyers, 2 AAA, and 2 mechs. So we just lost the 2 infantry. And then we've backed up back into Paris. Did what we wanted to do. The one fighter that was shot down was the one from West Germany. So there's only one fighter now landing back into Paris. And the other planes will return as previously described. So all of those Northern Italy fighters and the tactical back to Northern Italy. This fighter here, so now we're in non-combat. So this fighter that was participated in the Bohemia battle will come back to West Germany. So I'll just put it back onto the card. And now I had one that landed back into Bavaria. Where did I put that plane? Oh yeah. So one of those, that plane is actually supposed to land back into Bavaria. So sorry to confuse. So what happened was 8 fighters left from Northern Italy. They returned to Northern Italy. 1 fighter from Bavaria lands back in Bavaria. 1 tactical from Northern Italy lands back into Northern Italy. And the 2 fighters that left from West Germany, 1 lands in Paris and the other one was shot down. So there's only 2 fighters back now in West Germany. That's correct. Okay, sorry about the confusion there. All right, let's get to the rest of our non-combat. Okie dokie. So we're going to rail 2 infantry from Western Yugoslavia to East Germany. So they're just going to simply go, sorry, not to West Germany, sorry. They're going to go to West Germany, and they're about to go onto this card. And then everything from East Germany is going to back up into West Germany. So we're going to abandon East Germany. And where's my card for that? All right, so that's just here. So those 2 infantry will go onto that card there. They're the ones that railed. Okay. From East Germany, 1 militia will back up into Berlin. From Alsace-Lorraine, 2 infantry will come forward into Paris. So they'll just join onto that card there. So that will be back up to 16, 17, 18 infantry, because we left 2 behind, just in case we got a little bit too lucky. So we're back up to 18 infantry in Paris. 2 infantry from Bavaria will march forward into Alsace-Lorraine. And 4 infantry from Berlin, because you can't blitz into Berlin this turn, will back up into West Germany, where we're a little more vulnerable. Maybe, we'll see. So that's West Germany. And I think that's everything. All right, let's get to place some units. So 8 militia. Oh, we're going to finish the fortifications, so we'll take away these fortification markers. Not fortification, these, what do you call them? Under construction markers. So let's get rid of those. So it's the fortification taken care of. Then we've got 4 militia into West Germany onto the card here. We can make our stand here. We've got a militia into Alsace-Lorraine. And we've got those 8 militia into Berlin, so now there's 9 militia. And then we've got our infantry to place. So 2 will go to Bavaria. And then we've got our last 2. And 2 will go to Berlin. I'm going to back this tank destroyer up out of Berlin onto the card in West Germany now. So East Germany is completely empty. Bohemia has an infantry, and I'll get to the rest of the disposition. So into central Romania, we still have 31 infantry, 1 mechanized, 2 AAA, 7 tank destroyers, 5 medium armor, 1 motorized, and 5 cavalry. That's central Romania. Bohemia, 1 infantry, Western Yugoslavia, 1 militia. In Rome, German stuff, 1 infantry, 1 tactical. Sorry, that's not Rome. Rome is 1 infantry. Northern Italy, 1 German infantry. Should be 8 fighters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that's an Italian. So there's 8 German fighters, 1 tactical. The rest is Italian stuff. Bohemia, 2 infantry, 1 fighter. Alsace-Lorraine, 2 infantry, 1 militia. Paris, 1 fighter, 3 militia, fortification, and back up to 18 infantry, 2 tank destroyers, 2 AAA, 2 mechanized, 1 artillery, 2 medium armor. Would have been nice to kill some of that American medium armor, but not to be. Belgium, 1 militia. West Germany. Oh, let's do Berlin. Berlin has 9 militia and 2 infantry, because we placed 8 and 1 backed up from East Germany. Into West Germany, there is 4 militia, 21 advanced mech, 2 tigers, a total of 6 infantry, 1 fighter. Oh yeah, that fighter came back. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that was everything that was in East Germany. 1 fighter, 8 Panzer Grenadiers. We've now got 2 tank destroyers because we just backed one up out of Berlin. 1 artillery, 1 motorized, 1 light armor, 1 medium armor, 1 self-propelled artillery. The fleet hasn't changed. So in Sea Zone A11, battleship, heavy cruiser, battle cruiser, 2 destroyers, import 3 transports. That's all the German stuff. I think that's everything. There's nothing anywhere else. We're just getting absolutely crushed here on all sides by the Ruskies and the Brits and the Americans, and it's just a matter of time. I think that little push into Aquitaine might have been our last hurrah, but yeah, who knows. All right, let's go to income. Oop. So income-wise, we're at 39 plus our 3. We got 42 for next turn. So let's get that. 35, 40, 42. And I will now turn it over to Panzer J for the Russian turn. Thanks for watching.